Now, if you like plays, we've got a treat for you. A 2-week-long event dedicated to new and original plays kicks off today. The 44th Annual Bay Area Playwrights Festival runs through July 25th. Now, to tell us about this summer staple, we're joined now by Jessica Bird Beza with Playwrights Foundation and playwright Kaela, Mei-Shing. Garvin, guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Now, the festival is in its 4th year now. What's new for this year?
Jessica, do you want to field this one or should I take it? This year, as far as I know, we're doing sort of a hybrid situation where the plays are streamable online and there are going to be some in-person events as well. And I believe that's new for this year.
We've all adjusted to the pandemic, and this is just another one of those adjustments. How does the Playwright Festival help playwrights and those who aspire to be a playwright? Obviously, if you are a playwright, having a festival like this is very helpful. But are there ways in which the playwright really kind of helps bolster the festival helps bolster playwrights?
Oh, absolutely. From my point of view, I feel very lucky and blessed to be here. And the Playwrights Foundation provides sort of the space and the time and the resources to really dig in and develop our work as playwrights. So yeah, I feel really excited to have this opportunity, and I'm definitely grateful to the Playwrights Foundation.
Kaela, how has the pandemic affected playwrights like yourself? I'm sure there's a lot of time being at home and a lot of time to think. How has it affected you and your craft?
I think, at least for me, it's really helped me prioritize what it is that I want to spend my time on. I think through the pandemic, I think we all sort of had some kind of reckoning, or hopefully we had the time to sort of sit with ourselves. And I think for me, the thing that has come out of that is really being able to examine what it is I want to write about. And sometimes having the time to do so. The time just flies away during a pandemic, but yeah.
Absolutely. Now, did you encounter any sort of writer's block during this time? You'd like to think that with that long of a period of time to be able to come up with something creative, that your brain kind of works the way you want it to. But did you encounter anything like that during the last 15 or 16 months or so?
Oh, definitely. I think it was very hard to write. I didn't really write on my own for my own purposes very often, and it's processes like these that have been really helpful in getting me to write because I have deadlines. But definitely, there were long stretches of time where I didn't want to sit down and write.
Now, Kaela, do you have something that we could look forward to during this the festival that's running through July 25th? Can we kind of see some of your work coming up?
Absolutely, yeah. So my play Tiger Beat is being put up by the festival. There are going to be 2 online readings, which are happening tomorrow, Saturday at 11:30 a.m. and then next Friday at 5:30 p.m. I believe tickets are all available on Playwrights Foundation's website, and it's a sliding scale, so you can pay anything starting from, I believe, $5 and up. And I'm really excited. This play is something that's really near and dear to my heart. It's a play with music that's set in the year 2003 that's about a girl group rising to fame and sort of the abuses of power that happen in the pop music industry.
It definitely sounds interesting. I believe we have Jessica Bird Beza back. I know we were having some technical issues with her shot. Sorry about that. Jessica, how long have you been a part of this, the Playwrights Foundation, and why are you passionate about it? I'm assuming you have to be passionate about it to be a part of something like this.
Yeah, so I started at Playwrights Foundation in October 2019. So last year was the first Bay Area Playwrights Festival that I produced, and because of the pandemic, everything was online. And so this year, the second one is a hybrid festival. And so all of the readings are online, but we have brought our playwrights here to San Francisco and are doing some in-person community around the festival. And for me, I mean, I've always been passionate about supporting new work as a producer and director and working with playwrights like Kaela. And so for me, it's very exciting to be at Playwrights Foundation, where our mission is all about supporting the playwright and their needs and centering, the work that they are doing. And so it's exciting to me to be at a service organization like that and being able to uplift, these fabulous new stories that no one has ever heard before.
Jessica, why do you think it's so important? And I think it's very important, but I guess maybe you could articulate it for us. Why do you think it's so important to be able to support artists like playwrights and have like a venue or a platform or a forum in which they can tell their stories and display their creativity?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think artists and playwrights, the ones who are writing the story, are like the heart and soul of, the culture makers. If you look at the TV that we're watching, if you look at, any plays or anything like that, I mean, it comes from the writers. And to me, I also think that what has gotten so many of us through hard times, and it's what connects us on human levels with one another. And so for me, I think centering the artists and how to make sure that they're supported and they need what they want in that process, I think serves all of us, because I think those stories are just such a lifeline for us, and they speak to all of our souls in many different ways.
It's interesting because stories that are told, by way of a playwright is a story. It may be fictional and maybe someone's life that may be kind of acted out. And while it's a display of a story, a lot of us who watch and view and enjoy arts like that, it's kind of our way to escape, right?
Yeah, I think there is this way of kind of escaping into a certain story, or like understanding another viewpoint or someone else's experience that you have never had yourself, and being able to kind of open up our hearts in empathy and understanding, and hopefully being able to learn something about someone else that you didn't know before. And I think all of that is like absolutely necessary in our world.
Absolutely. Now, Kaela, really quick question. Obviously, when as a playwright, you are writing your stories to be acted out, whether it is on stage or it's virtual. I mean, even if virtual, you are on a stage. It's just you don't have a live audience. Are there any differences, I guess, for writing for either? I'd imagine for those who are on stage performing, it's a different, I guess, experience. But as the playwright, is it something that different that you have to incorporate into the stories to kind of be able to express the emotion or the feeling behind the story?
That's a great question. I don't really think so. I think the biggest thing that I think about when we're presenting work online as opposed to in person is the technical parts of Zoom. So a lot of times if there's simultaneous dialogue or overlapping dialogue, that's just a little bit harder to accomplish in Zoom, whereas on stage that's easy peasy. So I think that really there's no huge differences except for the technical.
Well, as we just saw right now with our shot in Jessica, the Zoom technicalities can be, they're translated really across the board, whether it's in a play or in our case, in the news. So we definitely understand the logistics of it all. Now, Jessica, you guys, where can people get more information with regard to the festival? And I know Jessica or Kaela, you mentioned that there are different prices with regard to being able to watch some of these performances, but where can people get more information?
Yeah, thanks, Kaela, for putting in a plug earlier, but you can go to our website at www.playwrightsfoundation.org, and we have passes for the whole festival that start at $25 and individual tickets that start at $5, and also have a couple in-person outdoor events if folks want to, that are included with the passes as well, and trying to bring together community safely where we can.
All right, well, we will have the information on our website, KRON4.com as well. Again, it's the 44th Annual Bay Area Playwrights Festival, and it's running through July 25th. Guys, get your tickets. This is the kind of energy that we've needed for so long, and to be able to kind of watch it again, whether it's virtual or in person, or go to the events in person, whatever it is, it's much needed, and I think it's wonderful to see it, you know, kind of getting back on track. Ladies, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.